Righto, so we're going to do Clip Lockwood now. This is the last level as Banjo. Then the run gets super fun afterwards. Probably roll to this. I'm not quite sure if talent trotting's quicker, but rolling seems quick. That's what I do. You can get a talent trot. You can get a talent trot before that cutscene plays. I might actually show that. It's pretty easy to get. The only thing that can really go wrong is that you can flip your camera around. Sorry that the bottom of the screen was cut off in the first half there, by the way. I only really realised that after recording it. Oh wow, that's hard on me apparently. There you go. So that's the talent drop. It's a bit silly. Oh, you're supposed to hold T there. It's a bit silly, but it saves time, saves that animation, so you might as well do it. If you get those two notes for some reason, you can get them a little bit later. I kill this guy. It's a little bit faster not to, but I'll show you why I kill that guy after. Yeah. Also, I suck at jumping up on these leaves. With this bird, I think there's a little skip you can sort of do around him. You can like high jump around him there, but I find it really difficult. Anyway, this is what I do. I let him come out and then I roll under him when he's doing that. Ideally, I don't want to trigger the animation because if I can, I'll get through the whole level without seeing the killing the bird animation. But that's yet to have happened in a run. You can jump around these birds here. It's a little bit hard, so I wouldn't recommend it if you're just starting out. That camera angle that I was doing it in before is one that I like to do it in, but it just wasn't working with the roof. Don't forget that one. It's actually a way to get the Mumbo token inside Clanker's mouth without lowering his tooth. I want to start doing that instead of a slow one in here. I peck to make that jump, but you don't actually have to. You can make it without pecking, it's not too bad. You should also kill that guy before and try and roll and grab his health if you can. So you should kill that guy before because he can be right over the top of you when it comes back to show this level. Now what you need to do is just ground pound here, and since you're in the ground pound recoil, I should have challenge ordered there. Since you're in the ground pound recoil, you don't take full damage. Now I'll show you why I killed that grappling down the bottom, otherwise this could happen. Yeah, you don't want that to happen. Yeah, because hitting an enemy cancels that full damage cancellation. I'll grab these other two notes. It's probably a jumping pattern, but I haven't figured it out yet. Yeah, I need to worry about killing this guy. Leave me alone. There's sort of talent drop thing you can do to get up here, but I find it really inconsistent. I don't really know how it works. I think this is the one where you can actually high jump around it, but again, I don't like that strat really. I find it inconsistent. Grabbing the feathers here is good though, because you want to get as many feathers as you can for that grunty fight. Don't go too over the top with it though. If you're going to go out of your way to grab lots of feathers, then you might as well just grab the one behind the note door before grunty. There's a way to get them. Alright, so these birds, you can jump around the ones in summer as well, what I like to do is kind of roll underneath them and try not to kill them. And I killed one. Flap out of that, roll underneath that, flap, roll. Usually you don't kill them, but sometimes you can. It's no big deal if you kill them. It's like a really short cutscene, but you might as well skip it if you can. You flutter out of this pad and you get straight onto the ground. It's a bit quicker than just letting your shock spring jump go. Thanks, ISO. I think there's a camera zoom strat here, but I don't use it personally. I just fall straight down, rotate my camera around, and then start jumping. That is a place where you can get a camera flip. Be really careful. It can flip like there or something. I don't know. It's killed a run for me before though. This is really hard. Usually I slow down a bit. Anyway, it can sometimes flip. Like that. That was a flip. So what you want to do is just get on there, take your time, rotate it around, not that much, like that much, and then go do it one more. Yeah. Yeah, it's worth taking your time there. I think technically if you zoom in your camera or something, it's easier. Yeah. Just make sure it doesn't flip there. That's one spot where you really do want to take your time. I'm just going to grab a health here. It's not in the route at all, but I'm just a bit low. This is another spot where you want to make use of that slope timer. I might bring it up again. Alright, so this is another spot where we want to make use of the slope timer. Notice it's 0 now, over the slope 1, same thing as before. Basically what we want to do is not flip the camera. Yeah, this is camera flip extreme here, but you'd have it set up before you come in. Basically you can run out onto the slope, and once the bird comes back in, you can jump off before the bird comes, well, no, after the bird comes back in, you've still got time to jump off, is what I'm trying to say. Got quite a bit of time. Yeah, you just want to be really careful. You want to jump earlier rather than later. You do this again in order. Yeah, if you didn't do a second animation there, you can imagine. Anyway, so you want to grab the Mumbo token here and jump off. You'll go on your falling animation, so flutter out of that, and you'll be fine. This saves ground pound recoiling down here, and you get like 3 Mumbo tokens from it. It's really good. Another like trot to flutter with the falling animation there. Yeah, so you get like 3 Mumbo tokens, so it's a really good way to come down. This, I think, you just fly out and ground pound, something like that. Maybe flutter and ground pound would be best. If the bird is still alive, make sure you walk out from this switch like this, then get into talent trot. That bird shouldn't have been alive. That's weird. Alright, well I guess I showed you then. I killed the bird before that cutscene there, that's really weird. Yeah, so don't talent trot straight away if the bird's still alive because he'll get you. Oh, crap. Sorry about that moon jump there, that was kind of a side effect of leaving this on. I'll leave the watches on, but I'll just turn it off. Anyway, you can imagine what I would have done with Naughty. Yeah. With Naughty, to get into his house, you want to kind of stand on that boulder. I think I'm just going to show it again. You want to stand on his boulder, kind of face into his house, and then use a gold feather. It's probably a good time if you don't have enough gold feathers to not use one, but I've never done that in a run. So I'll just show it again, a bit slower. So you want to peck out of this talent trot, face inwards, and kind of, you wouldn't slide because you would have used a gold feather by then, but use a gold feather. With Autumn, there's actually two routes that you can do. I kind of want to show both of them. So, one of them's a bit harder. The way that I like to do it is, in this run, I like to do as many clips as possible, just to kind of, I think they're cool, even if they're less consistent. But by practicing them, they get more consistent, which is good. Just a little note about these clap traps. I use gold feathers in them, but technically, the back of their hitbox doesn't hurt you. So see the way it's facing now? The behind its eyes, that whole section won't hurt me. It'll turn though, but it turning doesn't change that initial hitbox. So, yeah, it's at its normal position now. But if it turns, yeah, the hitbox doesn't change. So, yeah. Anyway, you should gold feather into them, but yeah, because that could happen, and they take 2 health as well. So be really careful about that. Yeah, so do gold feather into them, but that's a little note. Also, the fact that they're clapping doesn't actually change their hitbox, so it's basically just to scare you. It's funny, if you do this level as a washing machine, then they don't clap at you, but they still hurt you. It's kind of weird. So this route, the route that I was going to do there was the one that involves something called spring clip. It's slightly quicker, but you do have to do another clip. So I'll kind of show you. If you weren't doing that clip, you'd just grab this note. If you were doing that clip, you'd grab this note. That bird timing lines up really well too. So I'll do the route with the clip, but I'll show you what you would do if you weren't using it. Another 3 notes up here. Definitely don't forget these. That's a nice little way to get that note from that bird. Here's another thing where I just roll underneath them. Peck that guy, he can cause some troubles. You don't have to, but it's good. The route through here is you want to hold down, like as you're entering. If you don't do that and you hit kind of the honeycomb wall area, then you will take full damage. I might show that. Sometimes you can anyway. There you go. Yeah, so you do want to hold down straight away. Anyway, yeah. So yeah, the note was that corner, that corner, that corner. The route, I mean. That's a cool little skip you can do there. If you don't want to do that, just kind of go to the right. You do need a high jump out of here. You don't need a ground pound, but if you don't make it high enough, it's a good backup strat to ground pound and see if you can get high enough. You do want to talent shot jump between these alcoves as well, even though it's scary. But if you're starting out, there's nothing wrong with fluttering between them. And if you're not going to quite make it to an alcove, you can always just peck and you might make it. It's no guarantee though. Sorry, that save state was so far back. I usually roll like up the last 2 little honeycomb dimple things. That's another warp where you come out in the air, so don't press Z just as it's loading. You need to be holding it before. You need a half Z press. That fly is a lot scarier than it looks. There's 1 or 2 positions where you do have to kill it, but my strategy is basically just don't worry about it and go on and try and avoid it. It can be really annoying when you're starting out though. The radius for this guy is really wide on his activation. Like, I think there he activates. I've seen a lot of runners activate him, but you don't have to activate him. So I always just go around him. And this door is probably the worst place for activating him. So if I go too close into the door, like there, it won't work. So you just want to hug the wall there, basically. You don't have to skip his text, just LRB if you get him, but yeah. This is one of those jumps that's similar to that one in Clankers, where you have to peck at the wall. You don't have to peck here. What you want to do is jump in Talon Trot and kind of jump at the wall, but kind of go a little bit more to the left as you're jumping, and you should get up. If you can't get it within like 2 or 3, well, actually, if you can't get it first try reasonably consistently, then don't bother, but you should be trying new strats because you'll always improve, even if they're a little bit slower if you're not that consistent at them. It's like the beehive jump. You should try that even if you're losing 2 minutes on it. Anyway, I left the slope timer up because I'll just demonstrate on these. Same process here. It's actually, I've had a lot less deaths since I've been doing that than when I was pecking them, because they can come out at really awkward times. Don't be scared to do that strat, it's not as hard as it looks. All it is an understanding of the slope timer. Yeah, that ground pound recoil to get down again. There's 4 notes in Mumbos. If for some reason you missed a note or something and you know that you missed a note too. Alright, so here's where the spring clip strat gets different than the not spring clip strat. That and right at the start. So if you weren't doing spring clip, what you should do is you should grab this note that was here-ish, fall down, get those 3 notes, and get the ones over there, come back up, and then keep going and walk out the door normally. I'll kind of show you how far you need to go. So if you weren't doing it, you'd have notes all the way up there and you'd keep going and you'd walk out the door normally. So if you are doing it like I'm going to do here, you grab this note, quickly turn around, because we grabbed the ones before. You wouldn't have grabbed them if you weren't doing it. Alright. And then you'd come here. Wow, I'm really bad at this. You come here and you want a gold feather off this ledge. You also want a gold feather if you're not doing spring clip too. That was really bad. Wow, that was really, really bad. I used way too many gold feathers there. I'll try and just jump through the claptrap when I get into spring though, because I still need to go through another one of these guys. Anyway, so yeah, get those 3 notes and grab these ones. And then if you decide to do it, we have spring clip now. So this is a good camera angle for it. And you'll want to watch this Y velocity. My theory about clips in this game is, first of all, on power, you need negative 2,900 velocity to clip. Maybe different for some different clips. This is based on that Clankers earlier that was all Taz only and stuff. Anyway, about negative 2,900 velocity. And you need to be over a clippable surface thing. So that's the 2 requirements. My theory on what a clippable surface is if it pushes you up like it is here, then it's clippable. I could be wrong about this, but that's... I can demonstrate it, this might work or it might not. Yeah, I'll demonstrate it after. Script Hook has a thing where you can like freeze it at clipping velocity and test out clips. Anyway, so you jump on here and you get hooked. Notice my Y velocity is building. The Y velocity here, well, decreasing technically because it's negative. And what you can do is you can kind of tap like you did with 640 skip. And this is different on emulator again. But yeah, builds 4,000 right through. Negative 4,000 I should say. So that's the maximum. This program goes green when you are able to clip basically. So yeah, you want to jump and get hooked. You should probably tap it. I do it more, but I feel I held it there. But yeah, so it saves like probably 5 to 10 seconds doing this. So if you're not consistent at it, you don't have to do it, but it just saves a little bit of time. And it's kind of important that you move left as well as you're doing the clip, because that right surface isn't clippable, but the left, like further down the slope, is clippable. But you can only hook on and build your velocity further up the slope where it isn't clippable. So yeah, you want to hook on, kind of move a little bit left, and then yeah, pull through. And you'll notice we're right back at this warp pad. What we would have had to do is walk back to that door and walk back to the warp pad. So that's basically what time it saves, just that bit of extra walking. Oh, that's bad. Right, I guess I'm doing another spring clip. Yeah. So as you can see, I'm getting it like over half the time, so I go for it and runs. And also because it's cooler, even if I wasn't that consistent, I'd still do it. I think it's interesting to have more clips. Alright, so this claptrap thing, they take 2 health, as I'm sure I probably said before. So if you do have 5 health here, you want to take that 2 damage. You can take it in autumn as well, but it's hard. And that, me jumping over and getting that Mumbo token, that was a fluke. I would really recommend you use gold feathers, but I had none. Talon Trot over here, it might be quicker to climb the leaves, but I'm not sure. I think it's quicker to go in the water, especially since climbing the leaves is a bit hard. Sorry about that. I think world record climbs the leaves. Yeah, by climbing the leaves, I mean like going and coming around and getting these notes, then going back. Also, I get the Mumbo token now. World record gets it earlier. I'm not really sure which one's quicker. But again, there's been some improvements since that world record video, so it's not that my route's bad, it's just that I suck at Venture. Another one of them roll high jump things I use there just to get the extra distance. And here you do want to take damage on this bramble. So now I'm down to 1 health, which is good. Now you should have 25 Mumbo tokens here. I'll show you the backup if I didn't die. You wouldn't take the boots back. You actually might, actually. There's a Mumbo token down there. I'll show you what you would do. So when you get the Mumbo token right at the start of entering this spring, you should be checking and making sure you have 25. Don't check in Mumbos. So there's sort of 2 backups you can get, so don't worry about it if you don't have enough. You could have 23 right now and you'd still be able to get it. Yeah, so there's 1 in there. I wouldn't recommend that one. But if you have 23, get that one, and then the one that I'm about to show you. Yeah, so I don't really need to worry about missing Mumbo tokens. So you'd go up here after grabbing those 3 notes down there, and then you'd probably just fall down without taking full damage, hopefully. Grab that Mumbo token and start taking your damage to get to Mumbos. You can probably do it only taking 2 health rather than 3, but I'm not super practiced at it. When you're coming in from this way, it's good to just grab that feather. It's 1 extra for the grunty fight. Now I'll show you the trigger for when you can transform. You don't want to just mash B when you're on the pad, because you'll just bear punch. That's smashing B on the pad. So what you want to do is watch Mumbo's feet. When he kicks up, that's when you can press B. There's his kick up. Yep, so when he raises his feet, so you can do it like right at the same time. So I'm a bit more predictive than I am reactive with it. But yeah. There you go. Like that was like a few frames later than I could have done it. But yeah, just when you're first starting out, don't do it earlier than that. Do it later rather than earlier. Alright, the reason we took damage from getting that last Mumbo token, not the Bramble one, the other one, and Bramble Fielders to do that Death Warp. So it's good to enter Mumbos with 1 damage. Try and take it down to 3 health for when you're entering Spring. Alright, so that's Click Clock Wood done, and you should have 83 notes. What notes did I miss? Hmm. Oh. It was probably me loading a save state that didn't have the notes done or something stupid like that. Anyway, you should have 83. You can watch my PV just to see the note route. It was probably something to do with me not loading the save state properly or something. Yeah, you should probably check that. Yeah, it would have been just something stupid like that. I don't think I missed any notes in the tutorial. Anyway, right, I'll have to do some shenanigans to get past the 810 door. I think I'll show you what notes you can get extra. Anyway, it doesn't really matter. Well, it does matter if you're not on emulator. Yeah, there's 5 notes. Anyway, sorry about that. I'll sort it out. So, this is the glitch that only works on PAL. So, if you just started watching this and didn't watch the first 5 seconds of the video, if you're running on US or Japanese banjo, you cannot do this glitch that I'm about to do. Only works on PAL, so this category is only doable on PAL. There is a way to do this glitch on NTSC, but it's TAS only. So, yeah. It's hard and you only get one shot at it, otherwise you have to redo the whole run and there's no way that you can do it otherwise. Anyway, so you want to hold B in this corner. You want to hold down and a little bit left. So his right foot should be kind of touching there, and even if you can get his right foot to be through the wool, that's even better. But if you hold too far left, he'll start flying that way. So yeah, you want his right foot somewhere in the wool, basically. The more left, the easier it is to clip. But yeah, sometimes you can land weirdly like that. So, you want to hold B for this whole time and tap A 5 times. Again, this is probably a bit different on emulator, so I'm sorry if I don't get it very consistently. There we go. Now that's good, I didn't void out, and you just fly down to this bit. So, the trick with that, the hard part about that is not getting the clip. It is really easy to get the clip. I'll show you kind of what I mean. Like, I'll just fly at it. There you go, I got the clip. But look what happens, I void out. So the hard part isn't getting the clip, it's getting the clip and not pressing A after you get the clip. Or not pressing A too many times before you get the clip. So yeah, it is 5 taps. You can do 4. I used to do 4, but when I saw it from a GameCube stick, for some reason 5 worked better. And yeah, the more left he is, the easier it is to clip. So you want to hold up and dive, and then hold B. Holding B makes you kind of go faster down in your dive. I'll show you what we're skipping, I guess. Skipping transforming back into banjo. So we're going to do the next 3 levels as a B. Yeah, see how I'm sliding along the wall there because I'm too far left? That won't clip here if you're sliding. And also let go of B as soon as you clip, because if you're holding B you can still void out even if you've done the right amount of A presses. Alright, so we don't need this Mumbo token, we're done with Mumbo tokens. So you jump out of there, and then you should click A about 3 times. So you jump out. A once to get into flying, and then 2 more times. Actually, 3 more times. Yeah, so A once to jump, then 4 times. I'm going to be really precise about how many times you have to press A. Just mash it here. Yeah, I want to be really precise about how many times you have to press A, because sometimes it's unclear as to whether it means once including the jump or not. So this is Rusty Bucket Bay early. You simply just fly over and go in. Remember, when you're diving, you want to hold B to dive quickly. Please dive, because holding back and just doing that sort of flight is slow. Anyway. Jump and then press A twice. So 3 times in total. Hold B. Always hold B when you're flying, unless I say so. Grab these 2. You want to fall off and hit the water. You want to be really careful not to get in flight too much, because it's really hard to land from it. Now this is probably the only time where you don't hold B. So let go, land in this water, and fly over to this note. And then get these. Yeah. I just want to talk about movement as well with the B when you're walking. When you're flying, holding B speeds you up, as you might have guessed. You got the acceleration thing as well, looking at velocity. Looks like he's walking at 375. But you can see he has to accelerate back up when he turns. So if you jump, you're pretty much there. Especially when he's starting. Yeah. So yeah, jump when you're turning around, jump when you're starting to walk, and most of the time you'll be flying anyway, just for them awful walking sections as a B. Okay, we got another clip here, and this clip's really important. You do have to know this one, because you get 12 notes because you're able to do this clip. So get these. What you want to do is fly here, and you want to clip through this roof, basically. So I actually shift my controller hold, because you need to mash A really fast. I'm left-handed, so I hold the joystick up with my right hand and press B with my right hand, and I mash A with my left hand. It's kind of weird. You don't have to do that, especially if you're not left-handed, but what you want to mash A as fast as you can, basically. So it's really hard and inconsistent, this clip. There's a few strats I know for it. There's one that says go in the corner and kind of rotate to the left as you're doing that. And you want to be holding B and mashing A, like while you're doing that as much as possible. Again, this is a little bit different on emulator, so I'm sorry if it's not super consistent. Yeah, you can see how hard the clip is though. Usually it's more consistent for me on console. The other one is you kind of want to just hold left and slide along this pipe and mash A. Kind of a continuation of the other strat almost. And when that fails, hold right and slide along the pipe. And hold left and slide along the pipe. And I guess there's technically a strat which says just go in the corner and mash, but I really don't recommend that. Alright, see, I was turning left a bit there and I got out, so that's probably a good way to do it. Now, I probably shouldn't tell you this because it'll make you really nervous in here, but if you do hit these fans, then this happens and you can't fly and you die. So don't do that. What you want to do is jump from this note, hold B. It's really hard to actually hit the fans, so don't worry too much about it, but keep it in mind, don't just be an idiot around them. So, I came up with a new strat recently for this. I get this note, kind of fall down a bit and then fly. It just saves having to move downwards in the fly. Yeah. Don't do that. I might do that again. So fly through the fans. Notice, you might see my button input. I'm letting go of B when I'm trying to go downwards. It's easier to rotate when you're not holding B, but it goes downwards quicker when you are. So when you want to like nosedive, you You want to hold B as you're going, then let go, and then hold down till you rotate, and then hold B. So just let go for that little bit while you're rotating. Otherwise it can be really hard just to kind of rotate and hold B. It doesn't rotate very quickly. Anyway, yeah, so this strat, fall off a little bit, fly up there. It just saves having to nosedive a little bit longer. The strat there is to jump, then press A 4 times to get out of the room. I apologize if my spacing's different than yours. My amount of A presses is different than some people's, so I think it depends on how fast you click it as to how high you go. Just to be clear, I came out of that engine room door, pressed A to jump, and then pressed it another 5 times to get as high as I was now. Yeah, but like some people have to use half as many A presses as me, so I apologize if my spacing isn't the same as yours. Apparently there's a quick strat for this pipe, not that I've ever gotten it. Jump down and like fly, and apparently you can grab those notes all in one flight. It's probably possible, but I haven't been able to pull it off. Anyway, so if you don't do that, you want to fly to the left side here, kind of walk in front of him a bit to lure him out, and then walk across. RBB is really scary as the B, because those grill chompers, they take two damage per hit. You only have 5 health in any percent, and the B cannot restore health in Rusty Bucket Bay. Full stop. There's no place to do it. So, basically, if you get hit 3 times, no, if you get hit by those grill chompers 2 times, and then you get hit again, you're dead. So, you gotta be really, really, really careful in RBB. Alright, so there's 2 ways to get out of this pipe. Generally the accepted strat, and it's probably quicker. I don't know the setup, but you gotta jump down and then kind of try and get out of this pipe. And then what you'd want to do after that is you'd want to walk down, grab these notes, and then fly that way. And we'll see what happens there later. What I do is I just jump here, hold B, clip out. There. Don't press A at all, you just clip out by holding B. It's that easy. And I fly to those notes. I think my way's a little bit slower, but as I said, I like to have more clips in there and I think it's more interesting. Alright, jump and press A 1 time to fly, and then just hold B. You should be able to just land on here, and that's a perfect way to land. Grab these 3, I fall off a little bit so I don't have too much height in my fly. Hold B, and then go here. Here you just want to go left and grab the 4 notes, that's all you need to do. Again, I probably should have jumped at the start of that room, so my movement wasn't perfect there. I guess I should jump here as well. But I did walk a little bit before that jump, so that wasn't perfect either. It's just that I like to mash jump if I need to jump, and if you mash jump as the B, then you fly, so it's a little bit hard to jump right as I enter the room. Alright, so these, lure them out. You have to go pretty close to get them out, actually. Just be really careful. Anyway, I fly here. Fly in front of these and hold B, basically. Yeah, fly in front of those and hold B. You fly straight across them. You don't fly around them. So I've got that note, and then I just fly and hold B. Fly straight across them. I flew too far around them. There's like a thing you can do, and it's kind of cool. If you fly across them slow enough, then you can lure that one out, and then just grab the note. The accepted strat is you, on that last note, you take damage. That's generally the strat, and the reason you do that is to set up a death warp. But RBB is scary enough that I don't like to take the damage, and also if I haven't lost any damage, I actually don't do a death warp. I avoid out. Alright, so jump once and press A once. You can grab them almost all in flying, and jump off so you don't have too much height and fly here. I'm really happy with my strat for this pull. So what you want to do is not that. What you want to do is try and land on that barrel, or just land on the stairs and then jump to the barrel. You jump here, and then you jump across, hold R and up on the joystick, which sends you down, grab the note. Then you press A twice after you grab the note. And that lag put me off. Alright, so you want to hold, jump there, nosedive, hold B, press A twice, and you want to fly. Sorry about all that lag, and you should make it right in the pipe. I'll do it once more. No B here, by the way. A twice, hold B. And sometimes you don't make it in the pipe. I think it depends how early you hold B. Once you got the note, you can basically just hold B. Alright, enemies RNG in here. The quickest way is to just do it like this. I'm still not sure whether to fly to this note or not, but I tend to. But the enemies can be a real pain, so if you've got really low health, do take your time. So if you got low health, probably the best way to do it is jump to this table, or try to, and then like jump off the table and grab that note. Don't fly. Never fly unless you absolutely have to. Alright, once you're out of here, you want to hold B and jump and then press A once. You can grab that note in flight and come around and grab this note, apparently, but I've never gotten it. Wow. Alright. I'll try that again. Jump, press A once. You can get high enough with this A. Oh, I guess that's how you do it. Yeah. Yeah, but you can get high enough to just grab the note and then... Wow, sorry about all this lag. I don't know what's causing that. Alright, I guess that's a quick strat. That's the first time I've ever done it. Yeah, easy way is just grab that note. And then walk over to the other one. We're almost done our BB. So you want to get the notes on here. Try and be careful. If you fall off, it's really bad. Just to land while flying, so just be more careful there. So this door, you want to kind of land on the door, then face this way and walk in. I'll show you what happens if you just walk off the scene. That happens, and you do not want that. So you want to walk out a bit, face in. Hold B, press A twice once you get in, after you've hit the water. And, oh, that's a really quick start actually. I hit that plank and it kind of gave me the right height. Usually go a lot higher than that. And it's bad. But yeah, A twice. If you do it once, I don't think you get high enough. So if you've taken any damage here, I'd recommend you do this death warp, which I'll do at the end. If you haven't taken any damage here, what I'd really recommend is you jump down here, bounce here, and mash A right here. You don't die, and you void out. And then you just jump on that pad. Yep. Notice I've still got like 2 health missing. It doesn't restore your health. But yeah, it's a bit quicker than a death animation. If you do want to do the death warp, just jump out in front of this guy and get hit. Hold B, mash A. Till you see yourself get over here. Don't mash it too much, otherwise that happens. You want to have just enough to get over the wall. That goes for other tricks that look like this as well, especially in this part of the left. And yeah, nosedive. Try not to hold back. There's a trick here that's harder than it looks. Hold B and kind of hold rightish, and then you'll get to that door. So I want to do that a few times. So if you hold too far right, this happens. And I don't think you can get to the door. It's harder to get to the door. If you don't hold far enough right, this happens. And then you can't get to the door. Well, you can, but it's harder. So anyway, you want to hold like kind of upright-ish. Like not actually upright, but not too far to the right. And I find it most consistent to sort of get hooked on this bit. Not that far right though, and then go in. Seems to work best for me. This is actually a bit easier on emulator. Yeah. Anyway, the backup strat for that is, say you miss it, then you want to fly over this wall. Personally, I would void out here on purpose. But what's best to do if you're starting out is nosedive down here and go into the door. I would void out and just have another go at the things slightly quicker, but it's probably best to get down to the door. Just a tiny little optimization. If you jump before this, actually you should jump out of the door as well. If you jump before this and you're already kind of falling from your jump, you'll fall a bit quicker. So there's a tiny little optimization there. Alright, so Gobies early. You don't lose time on it, it's just that it could be a lot quicker if you had a setup. Like, it's not a glitch that's hard, it just, yeah, I don't know, it's hard to explain because there's no real way to define when you miss a Gobies early, so it doesn't seem like you lose that much time on it. Well, you might actually. So drop 2 steps, jump, and drop my input. Yeah, you want to fly in that door. Always hold B when you're flying too, unless I've said otherwise. Jump A another time to fly. Go through this door A 2 more times. And the camera will go really janky here, but just go with it. Then you land on this leaf. Now the way that I've found the best way to do this is jump at that leaf and then kind of fall back. So, where did I say this leaf? It's this leaf that you want to jump at, and then you fall back. If not, just kind of wiggle around on the spot and you should be right. This is actually a bit harder on emulator. There you go. You don't want to jump, maybe you don't want to jump at the leaf and land on it and fall back, but you want to kind of jump out towards the leaf and imagine you're like jumping out to the leaf and pulling back from it. Again, you don't lose much time. Like if I miss it, I was trying to miss it there on purpose, I didn't. If I miss it, you can just walk out onto the spot and wiggle around. But coming in from this angle is really good. Now that I've tried to purposely miss it and it didn't work, I think going left is a little bit good. Yeah, alright, so go... Maybe it's off this leaf. More like it. I don't know. It's weird. It's a weird trick, but it should be right. Yeah, if you don't get it, and you just wiggle around. But I'd be surprised if you did this for your first time and took more than a minute or 2 to get it. Like, it's really not that hard. But if you do have trouble with it, like, leave a comment or something. Alright. There we go. That's a bit different on emulator as well, usually. I'm a bit more consistent with that. So you're already holding B, you want to jump, and then press A twice. You can sometimes grab that note in flying, which is good, and then you can grab these next 2, otherwise you just get them normally. It's a little bit subtle, but I kind of hugged the wall on the left. I might show you again. Jump A twice. I kind of hug the wall here. If I don't do that, I land really early. If I do that, then I get a lot more height, and sometimes I can do it too much and go over the note. There you go, that's pretty much perfect. Hug the wall. Hug the wall gives you some extra height. Just get as much as you need. And then go to the note. Don't go too high though. Alright, Jinxie clip. It's a bit easier than the one in 100%. It's a walkthrough. Yeah, you can walk through pretty high. That's where you can't walk through. So it's just the higher you go, it's a bit more direct to the door as well. Alright, I'm not that great at this room, so my strat is, well, Jack's strat is like press A, then press it twice, then press it twice, but for some reason, like my A spacing must be different than his, because he needs a lot more presses, I want to say. Yeah, I think he needs a lot more presses than I do. I must do them further apart. Anyway, so jump. My strat is press A, let go of B. It's kind of hard to explain. Hold B, jump at the end of this shadow. Press A, let go of B, press A again. Hold B and then press A twice more is roughly what I do. Yeah, it's hard. I don't know what's causing all that lag. Sorry about that. Can't think of what else would be open. Anyway, what was that? Yeah, as you can see, I'm not great at this. Alright, that seems consistent. So hold B for your first jump to grab the note, then let go of it. Then press A once, press A once. Yeah. I don't know, something to do with letting go of B. I don't know how Jack gets so consistent at this, but yeah. Sorry about all that lag, I don't know what's causing that. One or two more. If you do miss one, it's best to miss that middle note. And if you think of a good strat for this, let me know. Yeah, letting go of B for those last two, then holding it again seems good for me, at least. Yeah, I'm sorry I can't really give you a more definite strat for that. It's kind of just a stupid trick. So you fly once here and you want to land on his nose, if you can. And then you just want to grab that note. I didn't land on his nose there. Jump because I turned around and then fly out the door. We want to get the footnotes. Thanks to ISO for that joke. Jump, then 2 taps. Get the one by the door. Oh, I'm really sorry about this lag. I don't know what's causing it. Wasn't doing that for the first half. I think it's when I look at the whole level or something. I used to have a really good strat for this part, but for some reason I just can't do it anymore. So jump and you want to be holding B, and then press A 6 times. If I can, I want to grab that note there, and then fly down to this one. But I don't know, just walk. Then you want to jump, press A once. You want to hold B for a little bit, then let go. Now you want to hold B now, basically, and you want to fly and grab that note. When did I save my last state? Maybe it wasn't too long ago. That was pretty long ago. Anyway, I'll just demonstrate without the notes. Alright, so you want to fly. That was the wrong ledge too. Anyway, you want to fly here. Don't hold B quite yet. Hold B around now. That was a bit too early for hold B. Anyway, I want to grab that note and you want to like keep flying and then grab this note. You can watch my PB, it has it in it. Probably would help if it wasn't lagging. I'm really sorry about this lag. Some people fly up to this note, some people walk. I haven't really made up my mind about it yet. 2 flies and you should be able to grab that note. If you hold B at the start and then kind of let go of it a little bit in. That was actually really good there. I don't usually grab all those notes in fly. What I usually do is I'll grab this note in fly, fly over to this one, walk down to that one, walk to that one, drop off there. If I grab this note last because I didn't get it in fly, I'll drop off here. 3 notes here. I like to fly around the mumbo too, I'm not sure if it's faster or not. Jump, and then press 3 times, provided you didn't hit the stairs or the fly, and you should be right. Now hopefully at this point you're aware of how many lives you have, because we're going to grab an extra one in Bubble Bloop Swamp, just in case. Alright, I hope it was just Gobies, it's laggy, I'm really sorry about that. Oop. I might show that properly. If you don't get it, it's probably best to just go down the stairs. So I hold B up to about here, well not here, like here I let go. And I hold R and kind of alternate the up direction on the joystick. Let go be like here, hold R and kind of wiggle around with the up direction. Again, I'm used to doing this on a first party. There we go. Just fly up here. You can go out of bounds a little bit. I find that helps with the nav somewhat. Fly here. You're going to get Mumbo text, so LRB, don't freak out that he's telling you his magic's run out. You can just fly straight out. Land on the roof here is a bit quicker. Just saves you dropping down. Alright. This clip is... It's similar to RBA in the fact that it's really easy to get the clip, as I'll show you. But you just fly straight out the back. So what you want to do is kind of this corner here. You want to fly into that as much as you can. So all I can say is like hold up left-ish. Probably R is good as well, holding R. If you fly up into the top, you're not doing it right. Sometimes you can still get it. Again, this is a little bit different on emulator. The type of jumping you want to do is you want to press A to jump, so press A once again, do not press it more than once. So A once to jump, then A once again, and then that's it. Do not press it again, otherwise you'll fly straight out the back. And also for this one, don't hold B. This is actually really different on emulator. I'm really sorry about this lag, I don't know what's causing it. Sometimes it helps to kind of put your camera at a weird angle. I might split this recording up again because I need to sort out this lag issue.